There are many Christians who are not informed about anything. They are just praying and saying the grace of God is sufficient. You are a joker. The grace of God is not just a baseless reality. Paul said, I labor more than them all, yet not I, but the grace of God that is in me. So one of the manifestations of the grace of God is labor. The grace of God is not idleness. Sitting down and say, God will do it. You are joking. A man who is laboring is actually functioning under a high level of grace. But hyper grace people who have no basis for what they say will come and let you know that labor is absence of grace. Paul said, by grace I labor more than them all. So labor is a dimension of grace. They know nothing. You put them to work at the airline, many planes will begin to crash because they don't know how it works. Put them in government, they are confused. Even the speech they deliver, somebody else will write it for them. They can't even interact with the burden of the people. How can you change your world when obviously you are incompetent? There is no God that negates the place of competence, because God is not incompetent. The very first revelation of God reveals him as the author of knowledge. He began as creator, revealing the expertise and the excellencies of wisdom. So the God we serve is the foundation of knowledge and wisdom. You can't be going to politics and you know nothing, and then you are hoping you'll be governor. Even God will make sure you don't go there, unless you use another means other than God, because if you go there you will make your people go backward. That's the state where we are. The Bible said the people of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light, because they know how business work, they know how ministry work, they know how government work, they know how the economy work. There are many believers who can't even pass their exams, and they are hoping they will pass the test of life. They don't have enough focus and diligence to pass exam. You see failures from school going out and saying they are bringing change. Who changed? When you can't create change in your biology and physics, is it the government of Benue State who will bring change in? Is it the market? Do you know the complex intelligence that is required to regulate the stock market? Do you know the level of check and balancing that goes on there? Do you know the level of economic predictions that take place in that corridor? And then you can't pass basic economy or economics, and you are saying you want to change the stock market. You have no place there. So many Christians are lascivious, failing in basic things, but they want to use God to validate their failure, and they don't know the lives of men depend on it. So somebody is just operated of appendix and he dies because a doctor forgot a blade in his belly. That's the generation of people using the name of God to excuse the required labor that they should put in to work their destiny. It doesn't work like that. You must be guarded with sufficient knowledge, and there are three kinds of knowledge you must have. The first knowledge is the knowledge of God. The second knowledge is the knowledge of who you are in God. The third knowledge is the knowledge of how the systems of this world work. Don't go into a city if you don't know how the economy of that city works. You will pray and die a poor prayer warrior, and your government, your ministry will go nowhere. Don't go into politics and you don't know how politics work. I am a preacher, but I've listened to almost every speech by Barack Obama. I've listened to almost every speech by Winston Churchill. I sit down and listen to, sometimes Barack Obama is speaking for 2 hours, not consulting any book, giving dates, statistics, data from here. It takes diligence to function there. That's how the government works. You need to have data, you need to have statistics, you need to know how to fraternize, you need to know how to speak to a large congregation, you need to know how to touch the needs of the people. You don't just wake up and say, God, make me a governor. You will never become. But unfortunately, that's what many Christians are doing. A point came, it looks as if all the fellowship leaders fail. And when you ask them, they say, oh boy, the burden of ministry. The burden of ministry is laziness, lack of focus, lack of diligence, and gross incompetence. You can't pass exam as a fellowship president. Is it a ministry you can run?